I'll be going over white candle wax as a resist. First thing you do is you get your candle and you light it, and then you put the wax where you want it. I am using mostly just a drip type shapes. Then after drying thoroughly, I'm adding watercolor to the piece. Prior to doing the wax, I also drew out a gecko from a picture, and I used the grid formation to put it in the piece. At first I go around with the larger brush and I leave a little bit of a border. I don't want to get too close to the gecko because I will use a smaller brush for the details very close so I can have a little more control. Also, I use a little less water while I'm going around the gecko. I don't show myself painting the gecko specifically. This is just showing the wax process, but I will show you at the very end. You'll see what the composition becomes, which is after I painted the gecko, I glue the piece onto a piece of plywood, and then I will varnish it several times. At the very end, you'll see that. I use a darker color at the bottom to ground the piece. And here I'm going in and using the smaller brush. Likely I use the small brush for all the internal pieces of the gecko itself to do all the details. Then I use a painter's knife to get the wax up. I angle it about a 45 to 30 degree. And then I just swiftly put that in the trash when it's done. And then I finish off the piece by painting the rest of it and then putting it on plywood, gluing it down, and putting varnish.